Your girl Angel Sky coming at you with a video that I want to try out, which is Teen Mom Talk Tuesdays. So Teen Mom 2 episodes just started yesterday, last night at 9 o'clock. I watched them. I tuned in. I hope you guys did. I hope you guys like it. I've been following Teen Mom and Teen Mom 2, Teen Mom OG, Young and Pregnant. I've been following them all for years and years and years. And I'm just obsessed with it. It's like my guilty little pleasure. I don't know if I like it so much because I was a teen mom and I was 17 when I had my daughter. So I don't know if it's because I can relate to some of the things that they go through or what it is that's so captivating about this show. It just gets me every single time. Like, I'm excited for the next episode. I can't wait to the next season. I can't wait to see what happens. You know, it keeps you captivated. It drives me nuts. I just love it. My husband thinks I'm like a dork for watching it, but I love it and I can't stop. I can't get enough. So let's talk about Teen Mom. Let's see if you guys like this and then we'll kind of tweak it from there. So let's go into Leah first. So Leah, I think, has come so far. She's such a good mom. She's such an inspiration. She has come into her own so much, like recently, like more and more and more. She's becoming more confident and more strong in herself, and it's just a beautiful thing. Like when she went through her whole mental health kind of situation there that she had, that was obviously, like, if you had watched the episodes before, it was obviously a drug thing. It made it very clear in the channel, in the series, that it was a drug thing. And but she went and she got her own help on her own by herself. She's like, look, I know I got a problem. I know I need to fix this. I know I need to be away from my girls, but I'm going to better myself and I'll be a better mom for them. She did it. She's better. She's doing her thing. I'm so proud of her. She has a new relationship. I really hope this works out for her because I love her and her girls. They're amazing. She's raising amazing kids, and she's on top of everything that happens in her family. So go, Leah. So proud of you. Love you. Keep going. Keep staying strong. And amazing things will come your way. Chelsea. Chelsea is probably my favorite just because I guess I can relate to her the most out of all the teen moms. So Chelsea is a lot like me because she has her daughter Aubrey, and they're going like back and forth with all these things, and her dad doesn't want to step up, and you know, he's letting her down time after time, and she doesn't know what to do. So she overcompensates as a mom, as we always do. We overcompensate for everybody and what they do and do not do in our children's life, right? So that's exactly what I used to do with my daughter being young. Her dad would never come through and I would try to mask it. Let's go get some ice cream. Do you want to go to Six Flags? Let's go shopping. Let's do this. It's just like you just want to make them feel better. You know how hurt internally they are, even if they don't express it. You know how hurt they are, and you just want to make that hurt go away as a mom. And it's just constant, you know, like one loss after another with a dad, and I completely understand what she's going through, and I did the same thing. So, and also, you know, she had her daughter and they were, you know, together for such a long time, and then she met Cole, and then they got married, then she had a baby, now she's pregnant with another baby, and that's exactly how it was for me. My daughter was about, well, she was 2 when she met my husband, but before we started getting married and having kids, we were so young. So she was about 8 or 9 when I got married and had my first son, and then shortly after I had my daughter Alana, then shortly after I had my daughter Ariana, then shortly after I had my son Elijah. So a lot happened within that time, so it's a lot to take in, but I think it's all love. It's family. Like, it's all good because you're growing your family. It's just more people to love. It's just more people that love you and have your back at the end of the day, because it's a cruel world. If you've got massive brothers and sisters, it just makes life a lot better and easier. Let's just be honest. So yeah, so growing up like that, like Cole was her male role model. My husband was her male role model. She looked up. That was the solid foundation she had as a man in her life. She knew him since she was 2. She always dabbled in wanting to call him dad, but I never let her do it because I was nervous. Like, oh my gosh, what if this didn't work out? What if this doesn't work out? And, she's calling him dad and then he just leaves her life. Like, she's going to be crushed again. So I wouldn't let her call him dad until we actually got married. And then they had a talk about it and they both felt comfortable. So from then on, she started calling him dad. It wasn't like pressured. She knows who her real dad is. It's just that solid male foundation that she's always been looking for, that now she like has it concrete. Again, back to Chelsea. Enough about me. I'm just saying I went through the same struggles as her. She's going through a lot of the same things as me. I can relate to her. I love Chelsea. I love Cole. I love their family. They're beautiful and I wish them nothing but the best. So Chelsea's amazing. Next person, Janelle. I don't even know, like, I'm going to get a headache. Like, I swear to God, I'm going to get a headache because she is just the most. Like, the one thing about Janelle that she needs to realize is you've made your bed. Now you need to lay in it. People that have multiple baby daddies, especially when you're not on good terms, it's already hard enough for a married man and woman to come together on how to raise their kids and how to do certain things. It's already hard enough, but factor in you're not together and you don't like each other. That makes everything that much more difficult, right? Because you have this person who's just being spiteful and they don't want to do this and they don't want to see you happy. So this is what Janelle has going on in her all aspects of her life. She got it coming from everybody. She just needs to get it together and leave David because David is just toxic. He's controlling. And I know she's like, oh my gosh, I swear there's nothing happening. And David, you wouldn't have to keep covering somebody if it wasn't happening. Why is everybody having the same questions about the same person? They're not looking at Kaylin or her or, like Leah and her man. They're looking at you and David. And if David wants to speak out and say negative things about the LGBTQ community, what do you think is going to happen? Let people live their life the way they want to live their life, and you live your life the way you want to live your life. But don't sit there and degrade somebody because of how they live their life. That's not for you to choose. That's for you to choose how you want to live. Let everybody else do their own thing. You knew the backlash was coming. You stood behind your husband. That's what happens. Like, you just have these toxic people in your life and nothing but drama is going to come your way. So until you get things settled, until you settle the debris that's around in your life that the drama comes from, it's not going to stop. It's not going to go away. So I really hope that she can get rid of David, start fresh, have somebody who's supportive and loving and caring and understanding so that she can raise her kids that way. Enough about Janelle because I would just keep going. I don't want to be mean. Like, I'm not a mean person. I don't like to talk smack about people. It's just Janelle, I feel like, just brings it on herself. But she doesn't even realize she's doing it. So that's Janelle. We all know that. If you watch the episode, you know how she is. The last one. Kaylin. Because Brianna just got added. I'm losing it. Kaylin is... I feel like her and Javi need to get it together. I feel like there's some sort of like sexual tension or something happening in their lives that they can't seem to let each other go. They can't seem to let each other move on. And I don't know what it is because they won't tell us or show us, but there's possession there. Like, I feel like there's a lot of possession on his end and on her end, and they just need to try to get it together and see if they can figure it out. Either get back together or just let it go. Because you guys holding each other's relationship back is not healthy. You're not on the same team when it comes to your kids. Like the same relationship that she has with her oldest son's father is exactly what she needs to have with Javi. I get that it's still kind of fresh and they're still figuring things out, but you guys need to do it in a more positive way. Because you're just making things awkward. He is now with this girl. She's living in his house. She's pregnant. You guys are going to have to deal with that. So you might as well face it head on, talk, have a conversation, and maybe you'll feel better. But if you keep avoiding the situation, it's only going to get worse, worse, and worse because only more is going to build up against you two. So I think it's really important. And I feel like Javi should have been the one to get them together immediately, especially as soon as she got pregnant and moved in. Those are big steps. So you need to talk about it, even if Kaylin is not going to like what you have to say. She needs to live with it and deal with it so you guys can co-parent healthy in the relationship. Get it together. Whatever tension you guys have between each other, get it squashed, get it settled. And as far as Brianna, all right, sorry about that. And as far as Brianna goes, she needs to separate her relationships with her family. And I think until she does that, nothing good is ever going to come at it. You can't uncover all these things about your relationship and then have your sister and your mom supporting it, because they're not going to support it. You can't tell all these things to your family members and then expect them to just make it go away, because they're going to have certain feelings and they're going to be protective of you. So if you keep like literally spilling all the guts on your relationship and all the bad things he's doing, they're going to just hold that against him and you, and they're not going to want to see this relationship through. They're going to want this relationship to end like yesterday. So I think until she can really separate her family, her mother and her sister, from her relationships, and not totally separate it, but at least keep it at bay to where she's not giving everything away in the relationship. I think maybe she needs to go to her friends more and vent to them, because they'll be a little bit more understanding and less protective than her family, than her mom and her sister would, because I feel like she just gives too much away. And I feel like as far as relationship goes, I don't think she knows how to take it slow. I think she's so used to boom, 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 that she doesn't necessarily know, because I feel like every relationship she's had has been rushed and pushed to a certain extent it shouldn't be. And that's kind of why it's failed, on top of having her mom and her sister in the drama. Sorry, my hair's a mess, I know. On top of having her mom and sister all in the mix and telling what they want to tell and saying what they want to say, it's never going to be a good thing. So I feel like if she wants to get on the same page as this person, she needs to leave her mother and her sister separate and do her own thing so that she can have a healthy relationship. So they're not looking at him like, no, he's crazy, don't want you with him, he did this, this, and that. They shouldn't know that about him unless you want to not proceed in this relationship, because they'll never go with it. So yeah, as far as her, I think she just needs to keep some relationships, separate from her family, and only tell them bits and pieces instead of giving the whole story away to them, because I just don't feel like that's necessary. Excuse me. So that's it. That's Teen Mom Talk Tuesday. I know it's kind of like a guilty little pleasure for me, and I do like talking about it. I always talk about it with my best friend every Tuesday morning, so I figure I include you. And if you like Teen Mom and you want me to continue on doing these topics and conversation, or if you have any questions or comments below, comment them down below. I will get right back to you. Let me know if this is something that you want to continue, or I can move to my next idea. I'm just trying to, I just started my channel and I'm trying to find my niche. So trial and error, right? So you guys let me know if you like this. Let me know if you want me to do it again. Like, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, write some comments in the down bar, and let me know. Tomorrow I am going to be doing a Walk With Me Wednesday, because I feel like the best thing for you to get to know me and my family and my situation is if you're with me, right? Like, you get to see the ins and outs and how we do things and what our morning routine is, what our lunch routine is, what our night routine is, and you get to see all the craziness behind the scenes that I try to hide when I do my videos, because it doesn't work well. That's why I always got to keep cutting, because there's always a kid that needs something, right? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to cut it short. Let me know, and we'll do another Teen Mom Talk Tuesday next week, and I will keep you posted. Thank you for watching, and I love you guys.